You've got the little baby in the sewers, just like the beginning of Batman Returns.
I thought the same thing. It's like, oh, look, it's Oswald Cobblepot. Only it's Julian Sands.
As a baby. Can you imagine Julian Sands as a baby? I bet he had that hair. Actually, Julian Sands doesn't have that hair in real life,
no,
does he?
he doesn't. That's a wig. Wig.
Wig. Oh, look at the poor baby cry. I think I'd cry if I knew I was going to grow up and become Julian Sands.
Well, Julian Sands in this movie, although pretty much everything I've seen of it, I watched, I think it's called Vampires. I don't know, Elliot left it here, so I'll find the VHS, but it's the stupidest movie I've ever seen.
I don't think I've ever seen him in any movie apart from Arachnophobia, and it was okay in that. I liked his accent. I don't know if that's his real accent or just a stupid accent he puts on.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Have you not seen Arachnophobia?
I've seen Arachnophobia, but not for years.
Yeah, Julian Sands is like a spider hunter or something.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. My brain doesn't want to go there.
Oh no, this is one of the early ridiculous moments in the film, and the rat is carrying this baby basket that has got to be 500 times more than its body weight at least. And then we've got the animatronic rat. Look at this animatronic rat, and surely an animatronic baby hand as well. It doesn't look real. It looks like just someone waved a doll hand in front of it, and its big red eyes.
Oh, definitely. That eye, and the whiskers. I don't know, you can pull on a rat's whiskers that might bite you. Just personally.
And then we've just had some garbage on the screen about him. So a mystical bond was forged between man and rat, which I've never understood that. I don't get it. Like, if you were raised by rats for real, you wouldn't get mystical telepathic powers. You just get Crohn's disease.
Yeah, pretty much. You got lots of fleas, maybe some bubonic plague.
And that's the main thing I really don't like about it. I mean, pretty much all the Phantom movies are pretty crappy, and I don't mind that most of them don't stick to book at all, because the book wasn't a masterpiece to begin with. But
I agree.
Just as long as it's got the basic idea of a deformed man, I mean, it doesn't matter if he's been disfigured by acid or mauled by a tiger, as long as it's a deformed man in a mask, in love with a beautiful girl, that's the basic element of the plot, and that's what I like about the Phantom movies. But this doesn't even have that. He's just got a normal face, so what's up with that?
Yeah.
And it's a horror movie as well.
It's like the Gerard Butler Phantom.
Yeah.
And he's this really hot guy who could just put on a fucking eye patch and then go walk around Paris. But no, he hides in the basement and plays the doll. And I have so much trouble mustering even an ounce of sympathy for this guy, because, just go fucking outside. Just go outside. Please. But, anyway.
Well, I heard, originally that Jeremy Irons was supposed to be the Phantom, and he passed on that, so then it was given to Julian Sands, and it was supposed to have a disfigurement in the script, apparently, but he didn't want to be bothered with the makeup, so he just said no. So, I mean, I would have just got another actor who was poor enough to want to have the disfigurement makeup, because it's a horror movie, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And on the front cover of the DVD, it shows this really cool design with a mask and a bleeding eye and everything.
Yeah.
So, what the hell?
I don't know.
And this scene now is stupid with the people tapping on the wall, and then he finds a laser trip mine or something that acids him. I don't know.
What are they doing? What are they repairing, and what is this well in the middle of nowhere?
Maybe maybe a child fell down the well, and I really don't know what they're doing. And what's really stupid about this is, obviously, I assume it's some kind of booby trap thing, like in the Goonies, but what an obscure entrance to block. And he goes through all this trouble to block this with his acid laser trip mines, yet loads of people just open a door and wander down into his lair without coming across anything at all. I mean, you've got the little girl with the sweets and paedophile lover who chases her. Then you've got those two stupid drunks who go looking for the treasure. And then Christine just hears his voice and walks through a door and gets down into the lair. So, why? What's up with that?
I don't know. Okay. The first time I saw that part, I was like, what, did he eat him or something? I thought it looked like he gnawed away at the top half. Maybe he had a rat. Had poor diseased worker buffet or something. I don't know. And what it was a big wave of rats came out and just ate this man immediately.
Well, that would have been cool if we actually saw it.
It would have been. It would have been kind of more awesome than whatever probably was supposed to have happened there, but nobody really knows. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm going to have to stop you because I'm going all googly because Dario Argento's just come on.
Okay.
And she's in a really see-through outfit. And that's, to be honest, the only thing I really like in this movie is that I think Dario Argento's really hot.
I disagree. I think she's got a weird face.
She's got a weird face, but the rest of her is really nice. And she's singing that song. I think the lyrics to it are something like,
Yeah, I think they're just like, They wanted something really easy for her to lip sync.
Yeah, or to even remember.
You're like, okay, honey, you're under just this one vowel sound. Just open your mouth.
Oh, and,
No doubt. She can't do it.
and now Julian Sands is watching her with the wig.
Oh.
Wig! Wig! Wig!
Wig! I wonder if he's pondering her feminine scent. For at that level. I don't even know.
Do you think he could get her feminine scent from so far away? I mean, he's up on the high balcony.
I don't know, you know what, he can talk to her with his mind.
I know what I'd be saying.
He has super smell, too, you know, rodents probably have some kind of super smell. Maybe it rubbed off.
No, I think they just smell in general.
Yeah, that too.
If I could speak to her telepathically, I'd be like, bounce up and down, bounce up and down. Oh, it's the maid! The maid's come!
The maid?
I love the maid. The maid kicks ass.
She's great. She like clocks somebody in the head of a chair. And very obviously smokes a pipe in front of her employer.
Ooh, hang on, I've got to stop you there. There's a lovely close-up here.
Oh my god.
Yes.
God help you.
Best moment in the film, for me.
For you.
Yeah. But, oh, like she's like, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly. Bouncing
Well, what about that other lady, the treasure hunting lady from later? Who is like the most hideous woman ever, but she's got a great rap.
She has, yeah. Not as
does.
good as Asia, but I don't know what was up with those two characters either. I think, I forget who has that review on YouTube, but they say it's like Goonies 2 or one of the subplots.
It kind of is.
But what would have been better if they went through that weird tunnel and tapped and then they got splattered in the face with steam or whatever goes on down there, and that would have been quite interesting. Oh, now Julian Sands is standing up in his hobo phantom outfit. I think this is when he says something about the feminine scent. Hang on, I'm just going to turn this up because I need to hear what he's saying.
Well, I caught myself thinking about you.
I caught myself thinking about you. Does that surprise you? No, tease. He does this thing with his breath. He goes like, in a minute. You listen, if you can hear it. Shh. And on someone else's commentary goes, he's escaping air. I don't know who did that commentary, but it's really funny. You have seen it, haven't you?
The one on YouTube?
Yeah.
With the wig?
Yeah, that's where we get the
wig. That's hilarious. Somebody on FanLink made that, I think.
Okay.
And shared it with everybody.
Well, whoever it was, we salute you.
Yes, that person was genius. And I probably almost peed a little bit while I watched that the first time.
How do you get pee stains out of those beautiful dresses?
Those ones?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, you boil them in bleach and, you know, some laundry woman goes blind, getting your whites nice and white again. You don't do it. Somebody else does it.
Do you have one of those dresses like us yet?
A white dress? Actually, yes, I do.
Is it as see-through as that one?
Yeah, I have to wear some stuff with it. Otherwise, it's like, hey, look, it's all boobs. Yay!
Now we've got the rat cat, the big sort of rat catcher playing with a dead rat. Well, a prop rat. I assume it's not a real rat.
His hand gets caught in traps.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's putting a bit of cheese on it. He's having a little slice for himself. He's a disgusting-looking man.
He is a horrible-looking man. I really like my second favorite character, I think.
Do you like the little rat catcher?
Would be. Well, I don't know anything about the little rat catcher. I think he's just there for novelty's sake, and
just because every Phantom movie has to have a dwarf.
Because they all have to have a dwarf, exactly. So I don't know. I don't get much of a feel for what he's about.
You wouldn't want to have much of a feel for what he's about. And now he's trying to stop his hand from. He's trying to stop his hand from going into the trap.
Oh, I know. No. Okay, so is he telekinetic as well?
That's what I mean. Like, how do you pick up those powers from rats? Rats aren't telekinetic anyway. If there were, there'd be cheese floating about all over the place down to the sewers into their open mouths. So what the hell?
I don't know.
And now they're munching on an animatronic finger.
Oh.
This scene is pretty nasty.
But it's gross. And you know, the first time I watched it with two Korean girls. And we were all three of us, all cuddled up together in my sister's bed watching the movie. And we were all, like, screaming at the top of our lungs, why is this in here? Why is this in here?
Were you expecting a faithful adaptation? Did you know nothing about the movie? Were you expecting it?
I knew it was going to be bad. But I was not prepared for the complete lack of a deformity, and I was not prepared for all of the really ugly people I was about to see. I'm all spoiled by American cinema, where everybody has to be ridiculously good looking to begin the film.
Oh, now we've got the bit with the maid. Now, why doesn't Christine fire this maid? She is so sarcastic. I love the maid, but she's got to be the best character in it. But why doesn't she fire him? I mean, look how...
She's probably afraid of her. She'd get hit in the face with a chair if she tried.
She reminds me of...
She'd be like, fire me? You firing me? And then Christine would just be done.
You know in Wizard of Oz at the beginning where there's Mrs. Galt? She reminds me of her a bit.
The maid?
Yeah. Don't know why I was
I
thinking
guess
about
I can. Yeah, I guess I can see a parallel or so, but.
And now she's going on about, she got some flowers or something, or a letter, and she's like, "Ooh, magnificent! Ooh, that must have cost him a lot, mustn't it?" Yeah. Ooh, that's a real admirer. What a sarcastic bint.
I know, she's a bitch, but she's so funny.
It's like she's an escapee from a better movie, or she should be in a better movie. I personally want to see her in a movie with the rat catchers, going around in that little steampunk rat catcher mobile, and just, I don't know.
And they all have goggles, and they all have fantastic adventures.
Oh, Carlotta. Actually, no, Carlotta's another good thing about this movie. There's a few good characters, and that's all I can say.
Mm-hmm.
I like
the thing is, though, you can't like applaud them for it because it totally didn't happen on purpose.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Just accidentally had this one character who didn't suck ass like everybody else in the movie.
But I like my Carlotta's big and juicy. I don't know about you. In fact, Carlotta's one of the few good characters in all the movies. I don't think I've ever seen a movie where she's not been fun to watch.
Mm.
But I tell you what isn't fun to watch is the paedophile managers who are eyeing up the little ballerina girls.
Oh, I know. And apparently when you kill a pedophile, he explodes into giant, like, mounds of candy. That's, you know, if that idea ever caught on, Halloween would be a very dangerous time for pedophiles, not for children.
I love this scene in a minute as well when Carlotta finishes singing. She's got this little weird slave guy. I don't know how to... He just pops up. But here he is. With a spit bucket.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, what a small role. I mean, did Dario go up to him and say, "I've got a great role for you. You're going to be this little gay guy who minces up to Carlotta and catches her spit." And that's about it. And Carlotta
she's such a diva. Don't you know, she obviously needs somebody to come and collect her saliva.
Yeah. Oh, and she's just got caught in
the
the camera.
Go in the ground. They can sell that as a miracle cure in impoverished countries.
Yeah, I guess. And now Christine is sort of hearing things and talking to herself. Now, why doesn't anyone else understand? I mean, there must be like 50 people rehearsing, and no one notices she's sitting there going, "What? Now? Should I come see you now? I mean, what? Has she got her iPod on or something?" And now we've got the pedophile managers, and... Oh, it's, is it Degas or somebody drawing pictures of the ballerinas? There's an artist dude. Who drew those famous pictures of ballerinas?
I can't remember who.
Degas, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was a nice little nod to reality there.
It's only nod to reality.
Yeah.
Oh, now we've got the rat catcher having his hand looked at, which is another pretty gross scene. The
it
prosthetic
looks like
is...
you got it caught in a trap.
How did you do that? Dumbass.
Oh.
Have you had enough of this movie by now, or do you want to carry on?
I'm okay. I don't have much to contribute, except for my opinions.
No, your opinions are fine. I don't know who this guy is as well. There's some reporter who's taking everything down, but I don't remember if he actually has any purpose in the plot, whether he discovers anything later. I think he just walks around and takes notes.
I think he just, like, hangs around. I don't think he ever actually does anything.
I want to see the little cute guy. Well, not, the dwarf. The little guy. He's cool.
Mm-hmm. I like the doctor.
Oh, yeah. Why? You just like doctors.
I can't remember why I liked him, but I remember he came on screen and I was like, that's the doctor, and I like him. I really must find my DVD.
He's got a really fake-looking prosthetic, and he's like, "You could see through it. That's the best prosthetic they could manage."
Oh my God.
And I suppose it was probably state of the art back in 1880, whatever.
I suppose. Oh.
He's blowing through it. Dumbass. Oh, what's this thing? I haven't watched this movie for quite a while, so I'm not quite sure what's coming next. There's a wooden horse. I think this is meant to be one of these atmospheric shots that just, tell you that you're in an opera house or something, in case we didn't catch on.
Well, have you seen any of Argento's other films?
I haven't. Apparently they're really good. He's meant to be like a super master of horror or something, but I'm just going off this film, and I don't believe a word of it.
Yeah, I don't know how you can be a master of horror and then come out with something like this.
Well, exactly. I mean, like, look at Joel Schumacher. I mean, he made some good films, like The Lost Boys and Phone Booth, but then you take into account that he made Batman and freaking Robin, and then you're just not a good director if you make something like that.
What I think happened with Joel Schumacher is his films are good for the 80s, but the 80s ended, in 1989, and he just tried to keep sticking with it, and it doesn't carry forward. It can only exist in the 80s.
Listen, just for a sec.
Take it.
It's like, your feminine scent.
Oh, I hate that line.
He's sniffing her scarf or her handkerchief or whatever. It's like, oh, your feminine snot. And does she have any other acting style other than orgasmic? She just falls around all the time going, and it's just so stupid.
It really is. Well, you know what? We were just talking about how Argento was, horror movie. I don't think this movie is at all a horror movie, but...
It's a horrible movie, but there is a difference.
Yeah. I am horrified by it, but I think not because it was intentional. Or maybe not for the reasons they wanted to horrify me.
But The Phantom on its own is a very good horror story. You've got disfigured weirdo going around killing people. I mean, that is a good horror principle. Yeah. So why did it go so wrong? Why did you have to add all the rat stuff? I mean, to be honest as well, if he was going to go with this rat stuff, he could have done something interesting with it. Like, there was, have you heard the story of the wild child? The kid who was raised by wolves and he was really feral and weird.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they could have done something like that, because if you think about it, if he was raised by rats, he's not going to be able to speak English. He'll scamper around on all fours and he'll be talking in eeks. And he'll be really savage. So that might be quite cool, but I don't get how he walks upright, how he can speak perfect English, how he can play the organ, how he can move people's hands into tracks with his mind. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So, why bother? And now I think we were from, nice cleavage shot there. It's alright, it's that ugly Goonies woman that you don't like, who was scrubbing on hands and knees.
Oh, God.
And I don't know if it's meant to be Josie no, it's not Josie Bouquet, is it, her boyfriend? But because Josie Bouquet gets clobbered by the maid later. I don't know who he's meant to be, but she is pretty ugly, isn't she?
Yeah, she is hideous. I think the girls and I were calling her Teeth.
Teeth.
Yeah. I remember watching it the first time.
And he's going on about this treasure that's beneath the opera and how it's totally top secret and you can't tell, but he's doing it in front of 60 other washer-uppers.
Yeah.
I'm starting to lose patience with this film.
How are you ever going to make it through the whole thing?
I'm not sure if I can.
I believe in you.
This scene is sort of good. I think it's meant to be Madame Jury in Box 5 talking to the reporter dude. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it is Madame Jury or what, but at least they put her in and at least they got Box 5 and everything.
Yeah, that's a nice nod to the original story. Like, look, we read it, or we pretended we did.
Probably just flick through it at random and page 78, Madame Jury in Box 5. We'll put that in!
Probably.
Because there's not much else in it that's fun to me. Carlos is in it again.
They've got the character names.
Oh, there's a chandelier fall as well that's sort of good.
What?
There's a chandelier fall at the end, isn't there?
Oh, yeah.
And everyone gets splished.
I guess it's decent for this one.
I like how he's chopping a giant tree or something to make it fall. And it always...
But of course he can't wear a shirt and he's got like a sledgehammer.
That
and
scene...
his hair is flying up in the breeze or something.
That scene always reminds me of, I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Yes. Exactly. Oh, it's glorious. In a horrible sort of way.
I don't know what's next now. I'm quite frightened. Exterior shot of the opera house. I don't know where this was filmed. I don't think it's a real Paris opera house. I can't believe for a minute it's a real Paris opera house.
Oh, God, no. That's kind of way too small.
Ooh, the Goonies people are making out now.
Yeah, they do that, and then we have to see her tatas, but to her credit, they are very nice.
They are. Let's just listen to some of the dialogue.
Are you sure he didn't see you?
Don't be silly. He can't have eyes in the back of his head.
Not with that wig, he can't.
Everything she says comes out as this really sibilant sort of hit on my end, so I can't really understand. It's just like...
I think that's more the way she talks anyway.
I think so.
That's probably why you call her teeth. She can't speak properly with those teeth.
No.
Gosh, she went cross-eyed then. No, it's not your microphone or whatever, it's just the way she talks. She's like, why didn't you follow him? What? Oh, come on, just get the tatters out. This scene serves no purpose other than that.
It really doesn't.
One thing that I really don't like about this as well is none of these characters are likeable, but they have really prolonged scenes where the Phantom's stalking them. I just wish he'd get on with it. It's not like I care that I want them to escape or anything like that.
Yeah.
Normally, if they've done the job right, you care if they get out or not, but here you just want them to die really quickly, and these scenes of them running around a labyrinth take so freaking long. Oh,
and how
tata moment.
We have to be reminded that there are spiders down there.
Tata moment. They were nice.
I just love that part where he's chasing her through the cave, and it's like, oh, look, a spider. Oh, look, a rat. Oh, a snake. Oh, another spider. Oh, a rat. Oh, a snake. Oh, and just in case you forgot, there are rats, spiders, and snakes down here, and we will show you all of them 3 more times.
Probably little earthworms as well.
Kind of wandering. I don't know.
Oh, now we've got the scene with the artist formerly known as Prince.
Oh, God.
No, seriously, he does look like Prince.
He does. He looks like Prince if you stretched Prince out on the rack and then mated him with a chihuahua.
Yes.
Oh,
No, seriously. I think I actually looked up on internet movie database to find out if any of these people had been in anything worthwhile, and I don't think none of them had. Because I would be interested to see them in other stuff. I mean, do they look like that all the time, or did they make him up to look like a total whatever?
Well, he's supposed to be like the romantic hero.
He's marginally more attractive than Sans, I guess.
I can't form an opinion on that. Trying to think about either one of them being attractive people kind of broke my brain a little bit.
Oh, well, I'll give you a choice. Okay, so there's Prince, there's Julian Sands, then you've got the paedophile people, and then there's the ugly Goonie guy, and the rat catchers. Who would you date
I'll
out
take
of
the
those?
doctor.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, good choice.
Thank you.
I like this scene where Prince is talking to Christine, and I think he's basically asking her out, or if he wants to marry her, and she's more like, I'd like you to be more of a brother. Oh, that's tough. Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, I thought you...
You cut out for a second, but...
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I was just saying about how this scene, is he asking her to marry her or something like that, or to go out with him at least, and she's just, no, I'd like you to be my brother.
Yeah. And she's doing it all from beneath these really weird hats.
Yeah, this one's sort of... has she got a bird on the head? No, she's got 2 dead hamsters on this hat.
Oh.
The dove hat has got to be my favourite, though.
The dove hat is spectacular.
And it doesn't
It
even...
makes me think of that scene in Fantasia where they're dressing up all the little centaurs, and like the birds come lay down on them girls' heads. No, this is like actually a dead stuffed bird.
Well,
on her hat.
it doesn't even look like a fake bird at all. I think it was a real dove that you know, because animal trainers sell real animals for films. You know, I mean, they probably thought this dove was going to be in some biblical epic or something. You know, the dove's going to play the Holy Ghost or something, and it ends up getting impaled on Dario Argento's hat. I mean, that's just not dignified.
But, yeah, you know, okay, again, this is another minor nod to reality, because people did wear hats like that. God-awful.
Stupid people wore hats like that.
But I don't know why they would put this in that movie. Can't we just ignore that happened and live happier, more fulfilled lives? No.
Now we've got